There we go. Now I can do that. Just have a bit of leg out.
A bit of leg.
Do you have a YouTube channel? Right. Greetings and welcome to Hot House Drag. May we please remind you that this episode could contain strong language and adult themes. So, if that's going to be an issue for you, may we kindly suggest that you off immediately. And now, please welcome your host, the UK's nuclear bombshell of drag and Hot House CEO, Kenzie Blackheart. I think this is the first pod where I'm like in quite a tight dress, so I'm like being careful that you can't see up me. Can't see me moon.
Hang on, wait. Nun check. You're fine, you're good. You passed the nun test. Well done.
Thank you. I always pass the nun test. So yeah, I think you're the first one that actually maybe got into it through musical theatre, which is interesting. So, like I said, you also went to an all-girls school. How was that experience for you?
It started off okay, and then like puberty time hit, and then it was very cutthroat. I will say not helped by me being the sort of strange theatre kid. Top tip, if you're trying to make friends, it's not a good idea to come up to and be like, "Hi, here's this script that I wrote. Should we put on this little show together? And I've written you all different parts." Like, that's strange. That is a child that, you know, not saying deserved to get bullied, but I can understand.
Yeah, in hindsight,
that was a choice.
Choices were made.
Choices were made.
And am I also, because that triggered again a memory for me. Was that something like Twilight the Musical, that script, or was it some sort of fan fiction script, if I'm remembering correctly?
I think the first one that I wrote was, it had all the songs. It was like a jukebox musical with the songs from The Who.
Okay, yeah.
But it was set on an island with a volcano, and the main four characters all had elemental powers.
Okay. So a little bit like, you know, Avatar: The Last Airbender mixed with The Who. Yes. Okay.
A classic combination.
Mixed as well with Lost, by the sounds of it.
Yes.
Right,
yeah.
Okay, that sounds interesting. So if any theatre producers out there are listening and they want to pick up Ace's lovely idea, get in touch. So, so that was... Yeah, that's... No, to be fair, I can kind of sympathise with you, because I was the weird kid going around school like, has anyone listened to the new Lady Gaga single? So I do kind of relate to you. There's only so many friends that being obsessed with musical theatre or Lady Gaga can get you in secondary school. So no, I completely sympathise with you. I am your host, Kenzie Blackheart, and joining me on my sofa today, she is notoriously one of the stinkiest bitches in Hot House.
Apparently, not confirmed. It's a rumour.
Sweetie, we all smelt you at the photo shoot.
It's my new perfume. I got it off this dodgy woman at a car boot sale in Gateshead. It's not my fault that she put cat piss in it.
Shit number 5, was it?
Yeah, it was awful. It wasn't my fault. It weren't me. It was the perfume.
Need better taste then. Mocking, almost, like the idea of sexuality.
I think not mocking, but for me it is as if you're like putting on a character. So a lot of my acts are character based, especially like the musical theatre ones, but a lot of them it is a character that I'm portraying. I think it's just actually I find it very like liberating to play that act without any of the pretenses of things that would go with it. And it's actually made me as a person feel more liberal. Like, there was a time I was not like uncomfortable in my body, but I felt very much like showing any of my body was a very like sexualized thing.
Yes.
So doing something like the burlesque number that I did at Hot House in Valentine's, where essentially I was down to like pasties and a thong, I could never, like in my teenage years, have thought that I would get up in front of people and do that because I just would have thought that is, you know, putting yourself out there too much. But actually, it's more of the performance art side of it than anything else.
Yeah, and that's something I don't think a lot of people do understand, is that when we are our drag personas, it is literally a persona. So just because we are, you know, portraying anything sexual on stage, that doesn't mean that we're going to come off stage and we're going to be, you know, looking for trade in drag. I mean, some of them do. That's up to them. But again, speaking for myself, that's never been my thing. I've never had a thing about wanting to have sex in drag. That's just not me. But I do sometimes do sexual stuff. Not sexual stuff, but portray sexuality on stage. A lot of sexual jokes. If you haven't been around me for a while, then I do a lot of sexual jokes. I know the peanut gallery looks shocked right now. I know I've never made a sexual joke in my life.
Never ever.
Cut to a clip from the last Christmas show. But no, I think it's good to talk about that sort of thing because it's making things clearer in people's minds. And
I mean, one of the things I love is the amount of people that will come up to me afterwards and just say, I'm really confused about what I feel when I look at you. And I love that because I'm confused so often when I'm like, you know, with my own feelings of things. So if I can make other people also confused, that's
exactly.
great.
Because if you can't confuse yourself, how the hell are you going to confuse somebody else? Can I get an amen in here?
Amen.
Thank you, Peanut Gallery.
I think it was one of the shows I think when I was doing the Freddie Mercury.
Yes.
And Scarlett backstage was like, am I straight? She's like, I've never thought about like vagina that way before. It's like, just need to put a moustache on it and there you go.
There we go.
Like, I mean, my performance definitely formed at that point. The makeup, I feel like, is still on the way to getting somewhere fairly decent, but you know,
I think that's the same for every drag performer, though, especially those that started at a much earlier few years ago. It wasn't that long ago, really, I don't think. I think it's maybe there was like all of a sudden a click, and then all of a sudden you get these thousands of makeup tutorials, and that's why all these kids today are just streaming through doing drag.
Yeah.
Whereas most likely for the likes of you and I, because I probably started around the same time, it was like, right, you've got one good tutorial and you've got the basic bog standard makeup from Boots to go and play with.
Yeah.
Good luck. That's kind of what it was. And I imagine it was much harder as well being a king because, again, unfortunately, it's the way that the industry is, especially in drag. There isn't as much resource out there for kings. Not that I've particularly seen or heard from others' experiences.
I think that there is stuff out there. I mean, I've got the attention span of like a gnat on cocaine. Like I've got none of it, and I'm not a massive social media user.
No.
As my Instagram will show, I do like a yearly post to go, still alive, by the way.
Please don't deactivate
still here,
me.
Yeah. But I sort of, never really got on like the makeup craze, and I've got a very like literal brain.
Yes.
So I think I was always like, well, masculine means I have to just look like a man. Whereas a lot of drag kings, it's very kind of, there is like a drag queen influence in their makeup.
Yeah.
And out of drag, in drag, I've never really given a shit what I look like.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, being not in drag right now, I probably look the same as if I got a face full of makeup. Like, it's just, it's not good.
Yeah.
But I've never cared so much about that side. For me, it's about the performance and the comedy in that. So I don't give a shit what I look like when I'm up there.
To be fair, I massively respect that because, again, I feel like that's something that's almost dying in a way. A lot of people today put look first.
Yeah.
And then they worry about the performance.
Yeah.
No, bring something to the stage. If you're going to call yourself a performer, perform.
I always say, like, you know, flowers are pretty, but like, I'm not going to fuck a carnation. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a thing of like, beauty is nice, but like, something else has to be the attractive part of that performance.
Amen.
Yeah.
Something a bit with substance behind it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what we all want. Things.
Things, yes, that would be good.
When the hell did you start this?
Drag?
Yeah.
Or life? Life, it was 23 years ago when I popped out my mum's fanny. Or drag, I started, 4.5 long years ago, 2021, at uni in York. And I looked a absolute mess. Do you put photos on here? If so,
Yeah.
insert here. I'll send that to you.
Thank
is
you.
awful. It's given. Do you know what? It wasn't bad. It was just like I hardly had any makeup on, and it was given like little sissy girl, like little woman, you know, like little crozzy, and like going out to the clubs.
Shikrit shishi.
Well, I was just like mincing around Yorktown.
Yeah.
Like going in the clubs as this like woman. Saying that, but everyone knew that I was a man, but they were into it.
I'll expand upon it now, but later when you've got the like the quick fire thing, I've got a great story from Dungeons and Dragons, which is why I'm absolutely bricking this section because I'm terrible on the spot.
Right. Okay.
In old school 3.5 Dungeons and Dragons that we used to play, you had like 5 seconds to say what you wanted to say during combat. My character needed to get across this really important point in these 5 seconds. And so the person goes like, "You've got 5 seconds, go." And I just burst into tears. I just cried. I just could not handle coming up with something on the spot. So that bodes really well for later.
Lovely. Well, look forward to that later on, everyone. Yeah, it's good to see that you're fully realised.
Yeah.
Now.
I do think there is a difference in terms of like as a person, I'm quite introverted and I don't go to a lot of things. I feel bad that it feels like I'm not supporting these venues, but it's more I'm actually really uncomfortable in a room full of people. I find the noise overwhelming. Like I just generally find it very stressful. Whereas when I'm being Joey, I'm more of a dickhead version of myself, which is hard to do because I'm a massive dickhead in the first place. Like, don't know how I reach a new level of dickheadiness, but I get there.
We find the bar, we go beyond
it. Oh,
yeah,
absolutely, yeah. And so it is a character.
Yes.
Then I sometimes do feel like I'm the worst for... I talk to people at gigs, and it's because you're in gig mode and, like, performing mode, I'm so bad at remembering people's names. Like... no idea half the time, to the point where there's a guy, this is years ago so I don't give a shit about talking about it, there's a guy that when I was performing regularly in Southend, I genuinely didn't recognise him coming to the gigs, and he turned up at Winter Pride with an invitation to his 30th birthday party. And I had to be like, oh my god, thank you so much. Paul, not his name because I'm still terrified. But yeah, I was like, thank you so much, Paul. Yeah, of course I remember you.
How could I forget? Yeah,
absolutely.
We did the thing together.
Yeah, and the thing and the place. Yeah.
Things, places, nouns.
Yeah. Whack a verb in there. Why not? You know?
Yeah, exactly. Adjective. Why not?
All right, posh fuck.
I know. Who am I? So then that was kind of when you met your drag family, including your iconic drag sister Bailey.
Oh my god, how I met Bailey. So it was like crazy.
Bailey J. Mills for
Bailey
those
J.
out there.
Mills, good friend of mine, drag sister. Literally, I've always been a huge fan of hers. Like when I was just starting drag, and even before I did drag, like I was like, this diva on TikTok put in this god awful wig on, this charity shop dress, and being like, oh no, thank you. Oh, I'm a secret shishy. I was obsessed. I was like, this is literally me, and this is the woman I want to be.
Yeah.
And I did, as we all know, my iconic Titanic performance, and I posted it on YouTube, and Bailey saw it and was obsessed. So one night I was in Manchester in a club called Cruise. If anyone's been there, don't. They have a thing there called, I think it's like Cubicle 42, with a hole in the wall. I had a lovely night. I come back pregnant. But no.
So you get it's a club with an ATM.
Yeah, ATM. You just insert here, and you know.
Well,
yeah,
work.
It's great. Magic.
Because we all need more cash.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lovely.
Yeah, so just an ATM in there, you know.
Yeah.
Coming out that hole. Anyway, going off topic. No, I was there and Bailey was performing and she literally ran over to me and was like, I've seen your video, I'm obsessed with you. And I was like,
Work.
Bailey's obsessed with me. Like, hang on, am I dreaming? And then I was like, okay, I'm booking you in York. So we did a show together in York. It was the most batshit night of my life. I can't tell you what happened. You had Bailey running around with boobs out, dressed as a horse with a horse mask on.
Work.
You had me with an ejaculating dildo squirting at the audience. Like, it was carnage. And we instantly hit it off and then just become like the best friends ever. Like, mental how it happened, really. But it was meant to be, is what I say.
And that's some of the best friendships. They just blossom like that.
Exactly.
So, you need the dark with the light, though, don't you?
Exactly, yeah.
So, get a bit of both. And speaking about the dark with the light, you work for the NHS.
Yep.
We will sort of cover some of this as well in the next part of the show, but to sort of talk about it in this section, what was your appeal into getting into that side of things? So you're a speech therapist.
Speech and language therapist.
Speech and language therapist.
But actually the main sort of thing that I do in my job is around swallowing difficulties. Laughter from I knew somebody was not going to be able to manage to keep a straight face.
A problem that Estella doesn't have. I'll make the joke. It's
exactly. I'm pretty sure there was a whole section of the roast that I did that was all about, no swallowing difficulties, that sort of thing.
To be fair, you killed it at the roast.
Thank you.
Literally, like, one of the tops that evening.
Thank
Absolutely
you.
brilliant.
Um,
So, at what point did, obviously, because you started to do like Man Up and that.
Yeah.
When really did that sort of branch out? Because I know that you did a load of other really cool things, such as going out to America, and when did that sort of really start to flourish for you?
So the America thing, there was, for a short amount of time, I think I was on the second series, it was somebody based in Arizona who essentially wanted there to be a version of Drag Race that was for kings. So it was a competition called King Me, Rise of a Drag King. And it was very, like, we didn't realise going into it how, like, slapdash put together it was. It was literally, it turned out once I actually won the prize, it was actually just someone like out of their wages, like putting it all together. And I actually, it got a bit uncomfortable after that point because I was like, I don't know if I'd put this much into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was like there was weekly challenges and you'd essentially have to like film like sort of behind the scenes moments of you creating your performance and all your stuff. And yeah, essentially like a Drag Race thing, you would submit your entry, they'd have guest judges, you'd have your tops and the bottoms, and then someone would go. There wasn't like a lip sync for your life style thing. It would just be these are in the bottom, and then here's some discussion. That's who's out. So there was things like there was like a was it like some kind of like rock star challenge you had to do? So you had to do a look based on a rock star, and make a music video. And so I did Tenacious D. So I was like Jack Black. And I made a little like bald. It looked more like Captain Picard from like Star Trek. It was meant to be my Kyle, and I made him like a little cardboard guitar.
Brilliant.
Yeah, so I did tribute, or like for Snatch Game, I did Harry Potter. But he just kept coming up with like stupid chat up lines. I can't remember. There was one about like I can't even remember them now. But there was one about like I might not be a basilisk, but I'll slither into your. No. I might not be Draco, but I'll slither into you anytime. Like just stupid chat up lines. Yeah.
I was going to say probably wouldn't do that as much nowadays, but to be fair, it's probably nothing more punk rock than as a trans performer parodying Harry Potter. I think because that is really going to piss her off.
Yeah, I mean at the time we weren't aware of just how harmful she was. So
it was a while ago.
Different time that we'll wish for again.
Yes.
No, we don't like to hide horrible people. They should be exposed, really.
Amen.
But yeah, somehow, I don't know how, but I managed to win it. And so, yeah, part of the prize was, so I did 6 weeks in America. But again, they advertised it as like this big like tour that you do. And the final part of it was a headline slot at Austin International Drag Fest.
Yes.
But it was literally like, they paid for my flights, which was amazing. And then when we got out there, all the gigs were like free, and we were just living off tips, and so that was that was interesting. But it was great. I think we only had one day off the whole time we were there because my friend Max Ryder, who came second, was like, "Do you know what? I'm going to come with you." So split the cost of a hire car, and we were just driving up and down America. Max looks are incredible, so Max got some more high profile gigs. I've got a story to tell you actually. Landon Cider, probably the most famous drag king, hates me, absolutely hates me, and I blame Max still to this day.
Are you happy to talk about that
story? Yeah, I mean, go for it. I don't care.
Buckle in, kids.
Give him more reason to hate me. So,
because of course Landon Cider is watching.
Oh, obviously, yes, absolutely. And Landon is incredible at what he does.
Amen.
Like complete top tier drag king. And I've got nothing for respect. I feel awkward around him now. So I don't bump into him at the co-op. Do you know what I mean?
No, exactly.
It's one of those when you're like 3 a.m. and you can't sleep, and you're like, oh god, remember this happening?
Why did I do that?
But like I said, Max is more of a look king, and that's not to downplay like their work. Incredible, it's just fantastic. Yeah. And where their looks are way more advanced than mine, over there for like the kind of big famous like Hamburger Mary's gigs and stuff like that, there is a lot of focus on the look.
Yes.
And it's sort of the going around lip syncing one song, which that's not me. I don't do that.
No.
And so Max had got booked for a couple of the like big California Hamburger Mary's gigs, and I think I messaged Landon, got ignored. Fine, I thought that would happen. And then when we were over there, we were at the first Hamburger Mary's gig, and we're talking to Landon, and Max was like, "So Landon, do you ever book singers?" And I was like, "Yeah." And it's like, because Joey can sing, and I just shot Max this look. I was like, "Shut the fuck up! Shut up! Shut up!" Yep. And we got back in the car. I was like, "Don't do that! Don't ever do that to me again." And then we went to the second one, and I had a friend that was studying, so from Southend, was studying in California. So we like crashed in his dorm room. But obviously over there, the drinking age is 21. Joe's 19.
Oh, God, yeah.
And was like, "Don't worry, I've got like a really good fake ID. Like, we'll definitely get in, blah, blah, blah." And so we get to the gig. They have these like really advanced scanners. Comes up that it's fake. So Joe goes off. And so I go in on my own. And I go to the backstage area. And Max is like, "Where's your friend?" And I Landon's there. And I was really quietly was like, "My fake ID didn't work." Max was like, "Oh, so your friend with the fake ID didn't get in?" And Landon just stared at me. And again was like, "Max, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Why are you embarrassing me like this?"
Oh, God.
And then I ended up sitting with like the wags, I guess.
Yeah.
And again, we were living off tips. Like, no money to my name. And over there, it's very tip culture. It is very you go around, and it's incredible as a performer being like, "I'm just going to grab money off you. All right, fine."
Yeah.
Feels like loads, but you end up with like $20 because they're all ones.
No, exactly. I imagine that's also a bit of a culture shock going from the UK style of performing.
Yeah.
Where we actually have to perform because we've not already gotten the paycheck, but it's been agreed. So we've got to perform for it. But over there, a lot of the time, it's just that is how you make your living.
Yeah.
So it's right, just play any old random song. I'll go around, collect the tips.
Yeah.
I feel like that is anyone that's gone from the UK to America, and most likely vice versa, that is such a massive culture shock within the drag scene.
I remember like one of the acts that Max did, it was that song, I Want to Fuck You Like an Animal. Is it 9 Inch Nails?
Yes. Closer, 9 Inch Nails?
I think so, something like that. And they're dressed as like this sort of little spider hybrid thing they'd made, but literally cannot see because they were like baubles spray painted.
What?
And so where you're meant to walk around, they were a bit like, "So we've got a king from the UK. He can't actually see you, so we're gonna put a bucket here, so if you can just like bring your tips down to the front." And it was just really weird.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so we're at this gig and Landon's going around performing, and the kind of thing is like they stop, they might dance, and then it's like you give your money. Yeah. And so Landon was there. And I awkwardly paused because I was literally like, I've got like $5 to my name at this point. And so there's like moments of nothing. And then I kind of slowly pulled out $1. And Landon literally just went to me and walked away. And I was like, okay, I'm leaving the country. Oh
no.
Yeah. So that's fun. So me and Landon, great bros.
Yeah.
That's great.
Brosies.
And then I brought this up to Adam All once because he was doing something like, I think Landon was going to come over or something, and me and Adam were really close for a little while. And I told him the story, and he was like, "No, I'll smooth it over." And I was like, "No, everyone, shut the fuck up! Stop trying to fix this. Just accept we're not friends." Like,
Oh God.
so yeah, I don't know if that conversation ever came to light. I don't know. So
That's for the universe to know
Yeah.
somehow.
Just knowing that I'm unleashing all this chaos, I love it.
Just poke the bear and then let the bear.
Yeah, drop the bomb and walk away.
Yeah.
Like, literally. Best way.
Bit like Fiona from Traitors.
Oh, have we been watching The Traitors? Fiona could not stand her. I thought she was vile. Like, I know you want to be an icon on the telly, you want your screen time, but I've never met such an impertinent, whiny woman in my life. And, like, how stupid is she thinking that would work? Like, Rachel's Miguel, love you, Rachel. If you're watching this, I'm a huge fan. You know, I think you should recruit me as a traitor as well, so we'd do very well.
Would you go for Traitors?
I would.
Okay. We'll apply for the next series.
I've
then.
actually applied.
Yeah,
You heard it here first.
I'm in the process of applying. I probably shouldn't
Yeah.
mention this on a public platform.
Neither, but I've applied.
Yeah. I think Jake's applying as well.
Oh, imagine we're all on it.
I know.
And if there's no drag queens, you know, they're homophobic.
Yeah, exactly.
There should be. It would us all in drag, just like that round table.
Yeah, they're homophobic, even though, like, I think, 3/4 of the men this series are flamers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of them are lovely.
It's like the gayest season yet, I think.
Yeah.
We had Amanda, the lesbian, and
Yeah.
yeah.
And the am I allowed to say I don't know.
Just say it. I'll censor it
Okay.
if not. It's fine.
Beep it.
Yeah. That's been.
No, it's been quite good actually. It's better than last year's. I didn't really watch last year's. It was a bit rubbish. I liked the celeb one though.
Yes. That was good.
Alan Carr.
Yeah.
I said if I was to do Snatch Game on Drag Race, I want to do Alan Carr as a traitor.
I mean, that's basically just my love life because Jake is Alan Carr. So.
True.
I think that was like one of the first
what's in
things.
the teeth?
I think that was like one of the first things I said to him when we were dating, and he was like, "Oh, who do you think my celebrity lookalike is?" I was like, "Alan Carr."
What did he come in and was like, "Oh, hi, Kenzie.
Pretty
I'm
much.
Alan Carr."
Pretty much. That is
Same
basically how he
person.
talks anyway.
True.
Whenever I do an impression of Eva, it's always that same
Like, who are you
voice.
doing?
Yeah.
No one
literally.
knows. It's mystery.
Love you, Jake. This episode is sponsored by Essex Pride. Are you looking for the biggest celebration of love, diversity, and community in Essex? Then get ready for Essex Pride 2026. Returning to Chelmsford on Saturday the 20th of June for an incredible 22nd year. Join thousands of people for an unforgettable day packed with live entertainment, pride celebrations, food, music, and community spirit. The day begins with the colourful City Centre Pride March, led by RuPaul's Drag Race UK star Cheryl, before the huge festival takes over Central Park from midday until 10 p.m. Expect 2 live stages, outrageous drag performances, a silent disco, karaoke, family activities, and amazing headline acts including Atomic Kitten, Danny Beard, Cheryl, and Eurovision winner Katrina from Katrina and the Waves. Oh, and you can also catch a little group called Hot House Drag on the cabaret stage for a 1-hour Pride takeover. Whether you're LGBTQ+, an ally, or with family and friends, everyone is welcome. Celebrate equality, celebrate diversity, celebrate you. Get your tickets and full event details now at www.essexpride.org. Thank you, Essex Pride, for sponsoring this podcast. This episode is sponsored by Carnelia Nails. Now, if you've ever been to a drag show in Essex, London, or even most of the UK at this point, chances are you've seen a queen or king wearing Carnelia Nails. Carnelia Nails are queer-led, inclusive, and proudly based in Chelmsford, Essex. With over 16 years of nail art experience, Carnelia Nails creates handmade, hand-painted, salon-quality press-on nails, nailed gloves, and accessories designed for drag artists, cosplayers, burlesque performers, weddings, and all the alt babes and baddies out there. Every set is super strong, durable, reusable, and comes with a free prep kit, plus easy application and removal guides, so you can get professional results at home. Custom orders ship worldwide with a lead time of around 1 to 3 weeks. You can also catch Carnelia Nails at multiple Pride events and Comic-Cons. And with Pride season coming up, now's the time to get your orders in. So to order, DM on Instagram at Carnelia Nails or fill out the order form at www.carnelianails.com. Thank you again for sponsoring this podcast. This episode is sponsored by Dina Lawman Photography. Now, if you have been to any of our visual hothouse channels, whether it be our website or our social media, or even the social media of some of our drag performers, then no doubt you have seen Dina's work. Now, it's not just drag performers that she photographs, okay? She photographs everything from children to families and pets to even boudoir shoots, and of course drag performers. She has her own fully equipped studio in Rayleigh with 15 years of experience and competitive pricing. But if that's not enough for you, our listeners right now can get a 10% discount if you mention Hothouse to her when making a booking. That's Dina Lawman Photography, DeanaLawman Photography. And you can find her on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or online. Or you can also email her right now at dinalawmanphotography@gmail.com. Thank you for sponsoring our podcast, and be sure to go and get your photos with her right now. Are you looking to get even more Hothouse goodness into your life? Then follow us on all of our social media channels to stay up to date with our latest news and events. Or you can visit our website at hothousedrag.co.uk to find out more and buy your tickets for our next fantastic show. See you there, my lovelies.
Yeah,
That is a miracle.
poor Mallard.
And speaking of love and obsessions, where does your love for Hell on Earth come from?
Hell on Earth. Right, insert a picture here. She is the diva of Gran Canaria. Like, I'm obsessed with her. She does this performance dressed as Mary Poppins, and she's been doing it for years, and I think she's had like the same wig and outfit for like 10 years. It's like the crustiest thing ever, and her makeup is like questionable, but I love her for it. She comes on
Bastard
stage
drag.
as a big bastard, lip syncing terribly to Feed the Birds and just throwing loaves of bread. Like, she has a basket, loaves of bread in there, throwing them left, right, centre, like as weapons. It's the best thing I've seen ever. And like, when I was out in Gran Canaria, she just kept coming over with like trays of like 30 shots. She'll put them down and be like, 30 Keflugel, 30 euros, good deal. Like, genuinely. And whenever you ask her a question, she's just like, no. Like, love her. She is who I want to be in drag. She gives no shit whatsoever.
I mean, you near enough are there already.
Honestly,
So
get me working in Gran Canaria. That's the dream. Like, make it happen.
And you also sort of, you know, if you're happy to talk about it, touched on your transition.
Yes.
So for those sort of out there that would be maybe going through those sort of thoughts themselves, what sort of advice would you give to someone who is going through that early mindset as such?
I think just keep communication as much as you can, really.
Yeah.
I think voice it. Don't be afraid to voice it. As well, I don't know if it's a bit controversial, there needs to be some understanding that I think a lot of the time people will come out and maybe people's reactions to that aren't what is expected.
Yes.
And I think especially in a family environment, actually a friend of mine recently who grew up in another country and her family's still out there, and a family, like a young family member has recently come out as non-binary, and she was asking my advice because she was like, we don't really know how to respond to it. Like, her sister was really struggling with it.
Yeah.
And so we had a deep conversation about it. And like, I think people have to realise although it might be something you've sat with for a long time, this is something they're only just hearing.
Exactly, yeah.
And they've got to process it. And don't get me wrong, people are going to be absolute arseholes about it, absolutely. But you have to remember that's a them problem.
Exactly.
So there has to be that understanding to work with them in terms of reaffirming, getting them involved in that conversation. Like, my parents have been absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Where one of my conditions is bipolar.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes my family were a little bit used to me kind of being like, this is my thing now, and them going, okay, then, fine. And so it was something I wanted to reaffirm, over a long period of time. It was this is happening.
Yeah.
And one of the ways that I think me and mum really kind of cemented and kind of, like I said, when I say accepting, that's not the right, like, she's always been really understanding about it all. But in terms of, like, affirming it properly, something that's really important to me was I got her involved when I chose my name.
Yeah.
I asked her what she would have called me. The first two she told me, I was like, absolutely not, hate them. And then she was like, well, one of the names we thought about was Lewis. And I chose my middle name is named after her dad. And I think having her involved in that really helped.
Yeah.
But like I said, I think it's just being able to have that communication, being understanding that some people, they're mourning parents especially, they're mourning who they thought you were going to be.
No, exactly.
They've watched you as a child grow up, they've had all these expectations for you. And so they need time to process that. And just having that understanding and realising that it's not anger towards you, or like upset towards you, it's their process. As much as it's a process for you, it's a process for them as
100%.
well. So there needs to be some kindness on both sides, really. Yeah. So yeah, I think that would be my advice, is you're doing it for you.
Yeah, 100%.
If other people have got a problem, that's a them problem. There's a couple of family members that I don't speak to now that had an issue with it. Were very vocal about having an issue. And actually, by me and my mindset going, that's a them problem, I was okay with it.
Yeah, exactly.
I lost a couple of friends through it, but again, that's a them problem. And if they aren't willing to accept you, like my friends that knew me before and know me now know how much happier I am as a human, and they respect that. And because they love me, really happy for me that's,
No, exactly. And if they genuinely did care about you as a friend or a family member, whatever.
Yeah.
As long as you're happy, surely that's all they should care about.
Yeah.
So
you should never edit yourself for anyone else, and I think that's not even a trans thing. That's a
no,
a sexuality thing. That's a human thing in general.
Yeah. No, exactly. And to be fair, even the thing about mourning as a parent, mourning what you thought your child was going to be, it's the same as well for gay people.
Yeah.
Because the moment you're born, obviously there's the heteronormative narrative thrust upon all of us, as is society. So
sorry, I feel like I'm some kind of like dashing or something. Trying to like rearrange my legs are numb. It's a problem when you got really short legs. You're just always like, I don't know where to put them.
It's amazing we let him on the sofa. To be fair, normally we don't. So
down boy.
But no, it's obviously. So then it's sort of the moment that you're born. It's like, oh, he's going to grow up and have a wife and kids, and then the moment that you come out as gay, or and however you identify, that does shatter a certain image for people.
Yeah.
So it is just giving people time to process things on their half, as much as it's allowing yourself grace to come to terms with stuff. So
yeah, like I've got a family member who, it took a little while, and they were basically like, look, I love you, I need a bit of space to process this.
Yeah.
And although it hurt a little bit, I was like, that's fine, that's their journey. And actually they work in education, and now they're the champion for anything sort of diversity wise. And it's really lovely that it's like, we've had lots of conversations about stuff, but a lot of the stuff that she kind of talks about is stuff that she's researched on her own. And it's really nice that she's not only she'll come to me about some things, but a lot of the time she's actually progressed on herself and is like a true ally. It's not just like, what should I think? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. To actually go out your way and take your own time to research it and understand it better is, no, very, very noble and applaudable.
Very noble. Well done, well done.
Very noble.
Ye old noble folk.
My liege. And also, again, if I'm right in thinking that with your transition, just for, again, those that might be wanting to, that might be sort of at the early throes of looking at going through the process. Am I right in thinking that a lot of yours was through the NHS?
Yes.
What sort of, again, advice or anything would you say to people going through that? Because I'm sure it's no secret that we live in very tumultuous times politically, so there's all sorts of, yes, you can do this, and then the next second it's, no, you can't do this.
Yeah.
Is there any sort of particular advice or anything that you would give to people regarding going through something like the NHS?
I think biggest thing is you have to be your own champion.
Yeah.
You have to be able to stand up for yourself in situations. I've had numerous, I've had loads of great doctors. I've had numerous awful experiences. I think you have to be calm in how you approach it.
Yeah.
It's the same, like when you've got a problem with your phone or something and you're like, the call centre's like the 20th person you've spoken to and you want to scream at them, but it's not that person's fault. It's the system.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? So the moment you get like, whoa, you've lost your argument.
Yeah.
And I remember at my old doctor's, so you can, once you've been referred, you can get a new NHS number.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially it's like to kind of not hide yourself, but it's essentially like to kind of help the stealth. And my old doctor surgery just kept refusing to do it. And they kept being like, no, because you need to do smear tests, we just can't do that. And I was like, I know my rights.
Exactly.
No, thank you. And I kept on and on and on. And eventually I had a meeting with the practice manager. And when I'm being like, right, you're not doing this, these are all things that you're meant to be doing. She's just like, you're just such a trailblazer. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. I'm amazing. But can we focus on X, Y, Z?
Yeah, exactly.
I had one doctor. Again, because of my mental health conditions, I have a consultant specialist that I have to check in with. And I had one person, I think my person had retired, so I had a new person. And we were talking about my conditions. Obviously, I'm trans as well, but we're talking about these conditions.
Yeah.
And he interrupted me at quite a fundamental point in the conversation. Just went, yeah. So, have you ever continued being female, or have you always been a cross-dresser? It's like a medical professional. Yeah, I know. And then this was a video call as well.
Oh, Jesus.
And I kind of put, I mean, I wouldn't quite call it cross-dressing.
Yeah.
I'm a man. Can we just skip past this bit? And then he continued talking, and I obviously went quite quiet. And he was baffled and thought it was rude that I'd gone quiet. And he was like, well, it's like, I'm noticing you're being a bit short with me. Like, yeah, here I am.
Amen.
Shorter than I am normally. Do you know what I mean? And he went, well, what's the problem? And I went, well, funnily enough, I take a bit of issue with being called a cross-dresser.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, that's what you're doing, isn't it? And I was like, this is disgusting. And then I was like, I'm ending the session.
Yeah.
Called the centre straight away and was like, this is what's just happened. And even the woman on the phone started being like, miss, I'm so sorry. Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, right, what have you got written in front of you, Lewis? Yeah. And what's that before Lewis, mister? So
Context
what point
clues.
have you just gone, I'm not going to read it. No, I'm just going to keep going miss, even though I'm listening to what your argument is. And it was insane. And then I ended up getting the text message through NHS with him just being like, I feel it best that we don't see each other again.
You think?
Yeah. And I was like, it's not a bad date or something. It just baffled my mind.
Wow.
But there are good people out there.
Yeah.
That, like I said, you have to be your own champion. You have to kind of push through stuff. The wait times are a bastard.
Mm-hmm.
I was very lucky during my transition while I was still waiting. So this is one thing, also advice as well. If you are going to go private, do your research.
Amen.
Because I went with, I don't care about naming them. There is a company called Gender GP that, because I was frustrated with the wait time, I tried to go on testosterone privately. And to the point where the woman that runs it, she's actually lost her license in this country, so they keep moving places in Europe and trying to get around rules of how they do it.
Yeah.
Because it was the cheapest option. And they're not doing any mental check-ins with you. They're literally just here's some gel, put that on.
Yeah.
And it's expensive.
Amen.
And so I was I was only taking it a little bit because I just couldn't afford it. And I was lucky about what? So I got referred in 2018, and then it was after lockdown. I was doing a show. It was my first show with LTC that I'm with.
Yes.
And
yeah,
literally the week of the show, I remember being in the courtyard and I got this phone call and they were like, "Oh, we're a pilot scheme, East of England Gender Service." They're like mini GICs. If you don't know what that is, Gender Identity Clinic. That's
Got ya.
who you get
Yep,
referred
yep,
to. The idea is they're mini GICs run by nurses.
Okay.
So they'll do all the initial stuff, and then they work with a main GIC. So you'll see a doctor eventually.
Right. Got you.
So it's a way to streamline the process. And the
Okay,
government
work.
given a bit of funding. So I think there was 2 centres.
Yeah.
And one of them I fell into like the category of like suitable candidates.
Yeah.
And I was one of the. When I say one of the first, wasn't like, what number in the queue am I?
Patient zero.
Yeah, but they were basically like, if you like transfer over to us
Yeah.
instead of the London clinic, then you'll get seen quicker. I was like, yeah, absolutely, why not? Cool. So your first appointment will be next week. I was like, oh, okay, amazing.
0 to 100.
Yeah, and so then I was like under them, like with my official diagnosis and on injections within about 2 months, and then
Wow.
had my first top surgery consultation like 2 months after that. So it just sped, which was
Yeah.
amazing. And then I think it only took about another year or 2 before I had my surgery. So like I'm lucky that I fell within that category.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was very lucky. But like I said, sorry, I rambled. But yeah, in
fine.
terms of advice, be your own champion, stick up for yourself, and just reaffirm, I guess.
Yeah. Do whatever makes you happy to be within your own body
Yeah,
and within your own self,
yeah,
because that's when you're going to flourish your most.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just do whatever makes you happy at the end of the day.
and you are going to get hard times. There's going to be times where
Oh,
like,
amen.
even now I can look in a mirror and go, "Oh, you look too feminine."
Yeah.
You will get those times, but you have to just tell yourself that will pass.
Yeah.
You have to remind yourself you are a man, or the other way around. You know, whatever your trans journey is.
Yeah.
And try and find that reaffirmation within yourself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
No, absolutely.
yes.
I can get through this. It's fine.
Unless
but-
it's Christmas last year where everything was going wrong as I was putting on my green Grinch makeup and just crying.
Yeah, and I do still profusely apologise about that one. So, little behind the scenes story, but so it was not this Christmas show, the last one, and you did a Grinch act, and we're backstage at Hot House, and we're all just getting ready as we do, as you would imagine backstage, and I look over at one point, and I see that you're crying, but you're like smiling. So in my autistic brain, I'm thinking, oh, maybe he just got some glitter in his eye. Not thinking anything more about it. And it wasn't until a few minutes later that I can't remember who it was, but someone came over to you and they're like, "You okay?" And you was like, it turned out you was having a full mental breakdown because your makeup wasn't going right. And then I'm just like,
The green,
I think so.
Yeah, the green foundation was just not blending.
Yeah.
It was patchy. I think at one point I was like, do I just put green glitter over it? Or I did. It was just all going wrong. And so, yeah, I was just crying.
Yeah, but
Just
me
having a
being
little
being
minty
autistic
bee.
and not being able to interpret body language and emotions sometimes, I just thought, oh, it's just some glitter in the eye. We've all been there. It's fine.
Well, and me having anxiety, being like, I can keep it to myself. It's
Yes,
fine.
yeah,
I'll just deal with it. No one needs to know that I'm struggling at all.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
It was really special. Last 2024, we had Crystal come and DJ.
Yes.
That was really special. If people don't know, there was a bit of controversy. So there's a really horrible. Well, I mean, the actual park itself is some decent rides, but
Yeah, it's a shame because the park itself is actually decent.
yeah.
It's just a shame that it's run by
Oh, absolute arseholes.
bigots.
Yeah,
and-
like just scummy people.
yeah.
And the first year, was it the first year? No, sorry, the second year, because I was more involved at that point. They wanted to. I'm not going to name them because I don't want to give them any advertising.
No,
'cause they're
amen.
absolute.
Amen.
Sorry if I can't say that, but I did.
Oh, you can. It's fine. I'll just
fine,
censor
cool.
it. Yeah.
But yeah, so they were like, we want to get involved with Pride, and then the moment they realised they were going to have to like either give us some money or actually do some work, not just us do it for them, they just decided to put their own event on the same day, just trying to capitalise on it because that's what they do. And obviously they have more money than we have, so they
Yeah.
booked Crystal, and Crystal is a very good like alternative performer.
Yeah.
A lot of kind of like circusy stuff. Is it called an axle grinder? Is that what it's called?
The angle grinder.
Angle, thank you. I don't know where I got axle from. Angle grinder. So obviously like the metal plate, and then like sparks will fly.
Yeah.
And it's the same routine she's done like 3 years in a row. And there's
It's been done on like Britain's Got Talent and
like
it's
Primetime
a cabaret staple, cabaret burlesque staple.
You get it at circuses, like it's just it's a thing that happens. And then the last year, so it would have been 2023, she did it, and someone filmed it and sent it into some kind of tabloid, being like, "This is disgusting in front of our kids," and almost named him. Then the guy that sort of is the top of the wankers, basically went on Facebook being like, "Oh, we didn't know she was going to do this. Like, it's disgusting. This isn't for us. Pride isn't for us. Blah 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 blah." And me and a team of people started going back through their Instagram and commenting and tagging them in all of the videos of him being like, "Oh, we love her so much. Oh, it's so amazing what she does." And suddenly things started like deleting. And we're like, "Oh, funny this."
Yeah. That's interesting.
I reached out to Crystal because I was like, I really don't want you to think this is what we're like. Like, I'm with Southend Pride. We're tolerant. We have thousands of people that come to our festival. Like, they just sort of tried to. We've said so many times, stop using our name, stop using our branding. We're a small charity. We can't afford to sue anyone. There's nothing we can do about it, and they know that. But I didn't want her to think that's who we were as people.
No.
And I didn't expect this to happen. But she was like so wanting to support us. She put a thing on her story, being like, "Here's a link you can donate to the actual Southend Pride," and like we got like over £1,000 of donations within 24 hours. And then she was like, "I want to come and get involved."
Yeah.
I was like, "We'd love you to, but like we're such a small charity, we just don't have the money." She was like, "I'll come do it for free." She had some safety concerns, but we made sure, we had someone meet her at the station. We had we arranged like a separate area for her backstage. We were like, "We're going to do everything we can to protect you because it just means a lot you being here."
Yeah.
And just hearing her speech about inclusion, and obviously you were there.
I opened for her.
You did, because I remember, because I think you'd had like a later in the day slot the year before, and obviously we have like a peak time, and we try and like spread out our performers. And I remember you messaging me being like, "Can I go a bit earlier?" And I was like, "Before you ask me that question and I answer you, are you sure?" And you're like, "That's fine."
That's fine. I can open for Crystal.
Because of the safety aspect, we made the decision we weren't going to announce it in advance.
Yeah.
Because she said it's the only city that she's received like unaliving threats.
Yes.
And so she obviously, safety was her main concern. And I was like, obviously from a business point of view, it would be great for us to promote that we've got a drag race girl. However, that's secondary. We care about the people, want to make sure that people are safe.
Amen. Yeah.
So we only announced it, I think, like 3 days before the festival because we wanted to make sure that she was safe.
No, exactly.
And I stand by that was the right decision.
Yeah.
Because people were like, "Well, why didn't we know we would have come along?" And it's like, but you should want to come along because it's Pride. Like,
Exactly.
But yeah, like I said, every single year is always fantastic. That will be a standout one for me.
Yeah.
Not just because we were like, we've got a celebrity, like Jordan Gray regularly performs for us.
Them.
Incredible.
Love
the
them.
first year she did it, because we were so skint, she did it for a crate of Dr. Pepper.
Work.
Like, because she just loves getting involved with it. So it wasn't just being like, "We've got a drag race girl, quick everybody." It was more about the message and being like, she trusted us so much that she'd return to a town that had a horrible memory attached to it. Because, I mean, she's like the most punk rock, queen
100%.
ever. Just how she uses her words and how she stands up for people is just insane. And so it was an honour.
The work that she's been doing lately in the courts.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking incredible.
Or like the segments she's been having. She's been doing a lot of like sort of morning TV shows.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just like in awe of her, and it was just such an honour to have her as part of Pride. Like if we had the money, I'd love to be able to invite her back. But unfortunately, it's not a thing we can do right now. But yeah, so that's that would be one of my standouts.
Lovely.
It's gonna be a whirlwind.
Help.
Can't wait. Valentine's Day. Ooh, this little naughty girl. Who's gonna be my Valentine? Is it gonna be you? We'll find out. Mwah. And then we've got Hot Shots. Will it be better than season 2? 100% yes, because there's no way it can be worse. And you've got me on the judging panel. And I'll actually be nice for once.
Yeah. Yeah, we can't have you bringing the Newcastle flavour.
I'll be nice.
The Newcastle spice.
If any of you Hot Shot entries are watching, I have followed you all on Instagram. You're all very good, actually. I was quite surprised. I thought there was going to be a few woof woofs, I call, in there, but you're all lovely. I'm very looking forward to meet you. Actually all look Yas Queen Slay Diva. So I have no worries about you.
Oh, yeah, we know what we're doing here, don't we?
Well, you didn't in season 2.
Back then we had a little less to work with, but thankfully now we have a bit more of a reputation and grandiose to us. So,
well, you say grandiose, but you crowned me.
Yeah, that was season 1 though. That was even worse. Again, literally all we had to work on.
Well, there was some
and like
experiences there.
Again, like we said, you only won because of a technical error behind Cosmo's score. So, I was going to say something else then, but I completely forgot what we were just talking about. It'll come to me. Hang on. First show, and I was going to go on to... Insert the countdown music here. Anxiety.
I'm doing a great job right now with giving you word finding strategies, which is literally my job as a speech
I
therapist.
know.
I'm not on the clock right now. I don't need to help you out here.
See, they're just that good that they just help. Right, our next question comes from Anonymous.
Okay.
How was it judging at the Hot Shots competition?
Oh, it's so much fun. It was such a good time. Yeah, I think I'm quite lucky. I'm quite quick at wit.
Yes.
And so I was just having a great time thinking up jokes as they were performing.
Yeah, and I think you definitely had to have a lot of wit that year because that was the eventful season 2.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, you can go back through our stuff and yeah, you'll see why.
And do you know what, a bit of back, like, behind the scenes tea is, me and Estella were sat next to each other, and we having a little bit of a giggle every so often.
Yeah.
But like we obviously it's hard when someone is kind of flailing a little bit because the instinct, as a terrible human being I am, is to go, you suck. But the whole point is you want people to grow.
Exactly.
And so you have to find a fine line between taking the mickey a bit and also giving like constructive feedback.
Yeah, exactly.
There was one in particular where there was like all of us were like, what do we say? And I squeezed Stella's hand and was like, I'll start, don't worry. It's fine. And was very proud of sort of the words that came out of my mouth. I don't know where that came from, but it was very encouraging. And then obviously, all the sort of shit kicked off after that, didn't it?
Oh, yeah.
But no, I had a great time. It's great. Someone after was like, is this your job? Do you just go around like judging people? And I was like, well, not my job, but I do go around judging people.
No, exactly. It's a hobby.
Yeah, but no, I had a great time. And like, I've known Estella since like 2018.
Wow.
So like, it was just lovely getting to sort of sit and bitch with her.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I had a great time.
Sort of also a bit like for both of you, like, look, Mara made it, sort of.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
Look, we're now both judging people professionally.
It's something I'd love to do again.
Mm.
But obviously, I'm aware that like we've got loads of talented performers, and I wouldn't want to be like, no. Do you know what I mean? Like everyone deserves a chance to do it. But if you ever need a sassy little boy bitch, then hit me up. I guess.
Always.
So.
Our first question comes from Gunzia, and they ask, if you're a potato, how would you like to be cooked?
Is that Gunzia Blazing? I follow her on the Instagram. She's very lovely.
Yeah.
How would I like to be cooked as a potato? Oh, that's a very good question.
I know.
I don't know how to answer this. Like, what potato do I like, or just what would I want to be?
What would you want to be?
I'd want to be.
It's about you.
Let's go through the types of ways you can cook a potato, and then I'll decide. So you've got a roast potato, that's my favourite. You've got a jacket potato.
One eternity later.
Oh, I've got my answer.
Oh, here we go.
You get them potatoes skins with like they've been stuffed and they're all lovely and they love a good stuffing.
Yeah.
That would be me.
What would be your stuffing though?
My stuffing would be
I think mine would be either cheese and chive or cheese and bacon.
yeah, cheese, bacon, and like some bell peppers.
Love a pepper.
Love
a
bell
pepper.
peppers.
I'm in like my vegetable era at the moment.
Same. I just love veg.
I mean, as an autistic person, I never used to.
Do you know what my
'cause-
favourite veg is?
Go on.
Sweet potato.
I love a sweet potato.
Potato.
Love a sweet potato. I love peppers.
Broad beans.
Don't mind a broad bean. Sweet corn, peas, carrots.
Parsnips.
Red onion.
Do you know what I'm quoting?
I think I do.
You'll know it.
What is it?
I'm not saying it live on air, but some of them will get it.
For those that do. Our next question comes from Carmel.
Broccoli. Please carry on.
Okay, when you're ready. Our next question comes from Anonymous, and they ask, funniest meme of yourself?
I've got a whole section on my Instagram that is in Instagram stories of different memes of me. There's one with your dog that is a picture of me at a show where I'm sort of looking at the camera like, and I just look like this, like
Oh,
your
yes,
dog,
yeah,
absolutely terrified. Insert, like, I'll send you it. So like, insert picture somewhere. Maybe I'm just making more job for you as editor now.
Oh, it's fine. I got all the jobs from Barbara's episode, so that's
Yeah,
fine.
there's always the classic ones of my Spaceman performance where I'm sort of like on the chair with a particularly lovely face, with sort of one I think of a exercise routine where I'm there like mid squat.
Again,
I love
insert pictures.
Insert all the pictures. I love when people make memes of me or when I make memes of myself. I just think that's great fun. I'm very happy for any picture of me to ever be like a reaction picture. Love that.
Which, again, backstage gossip, but that's basically the Hot House group chat. Yeah. It's all of us just making memes out of each other. Rate your performances from first to last. Little, Gerald, Woody, American Pie.
So, can I just say, right, because obviously you theme each event, and at first, it used to make me panic, and I'd be like, oh, for fuck's sake, I've got to write a new act. But actually, I love it now, because, don't get me wrong, there's like some themes where I'm like, I just can't connect with that one.
I mean, to be fair, same, and I'm the one that puts them on.
Yeah.
So.
But some of them I'm like, yeah, definitely. Little, it's weird because that's obviously a bunch of like reveals.
Yeah.
But it's my most requested one. Like people will want to see it over and over again.
Yeah.
Do you remember Dillick that used to work at
Yes,
Mercury Theatre?
yeah.
Like every single time she'd be like, are you doing Little? And I'm like, you've seen this 5 times. Like, it's not funny anymore.
Again.
So Lidl will always be like a special one to me because, when it first started, it was completely unpolished.
Yeah.
It was trying to be like a literal lip sync, and then I just bought some bags out, and then it grew and grew and grew. People still keep buying me Lidl stuff, and I'm like, I've literally got a rucksack full of Lidl stuff. I've got bucket hats, I've got t-shirts, I've got like 2 pairs of trainers.
So that little clothing drop, I imagine, would that was your whole drag wardrobe sorted, really.
I actually tried to get sponsored by Lidl. I kept like
Work.
messaging them, and then I was like, I'm just going to turn up at stores and start singing it, and you know,
that's how you get the gigs.
That's how you get a restraining order.
Yeah.
So Lidl will always be special. American Pie is probably my new favourite.
Yeah.
Because it's so ridiculous. Even for me, it's stupid jokes.
Yeah.
I don't know where Dora the Explorer came into that. I don't know when that happened in my brain, but when this is funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And then, like, just the whole... I don't know how some of the jokes come up. Like, reenacting Dirty Dancing with a pie. I don't know where that came from. I was just like, that needs to happen.
But it's genius.
Yeah, it's just bizarre. And that's the thing, whenever I do an act, people are like, how the fuck did you come up with that?
Yeah.
They always start with a stupid idea. There's one stupid joke, and then I build it around it. So, and obviously it's not in the rankings, but like Hannibal,
Yeah.
was one of the first proper comedy routines that I wrote. And it started because of that one joke with Prince Kiss, with the extra time in your kiss. That was the
Work.
joke. And I was like, that's funny. I need to build an act around it.
Yeah.
So it'll always start with one joke. And I think with American Pie, it was that it'd be really funny to reenact Dirty Dancing with a pie.
Yeah.
And then it grew from there. Woody is probably my most... I've only done that one once, obviously for the... Was it movie night in the end? Yeah, it was movie night.
Yeah,
because originally, my America act was going to be about the orange twat face. And then I was like, I don't feel comfortable doing that.
No.
So American Pie was going to be movies, and I went, no, I'll move that to the American one. So, but yeah, Woody I've only done once, and it's probably the closest of mine that is like a traditional, I'm going to strip and lip sync.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been able to do it a year ago. I lost quite a bit of weight, so I feel better in my body now. So I'm like, okay, now I can do all this sex attack.
Yeah.
And just an excuse to gyrate on Mama Blackheart, do you know what I mean? That is why I write acts. I'm like, at what point can I gyrate on Mama Blackheart?
At this point, I think that's basically what goes through most of the performers' heads.
Yeah.
It's either Mama Blackheart, Papa Blackheart, or Jake.
Yeah.
Very rarely is it me. Interesting, that.
To be fair, I have like bent my ass in front of your dad's face, like when it was the last lip sync.
Yeah.
And then I was aware that I hadn't quite put the ball low enough, and I was like, oh no, it's probably a lot of uncomfortable feelings right now. And then I just
We're
felt
all
really
family,
bad.
it's fine.
But yeah, so, and Gerald is just, I do love that act. It's
Iconic.
one of my few family-friendly acts as well.
Yes, yeah.
So, if I was to rank them, because I've only done Toy Story once, I think that's probably the one I'd put lowest.
Okay.
Some of the jokes I don't think quite work.
Right.
I've only done it once, so I need to refine some
Exactly,
of it, I think.
yeah. It takes time.
Yeah. That one only started because of the "you've got a friend in me" joke. Do you know what I mean?
There we
Buzz
go.
Lightyear got a friend in me. Just gross. Absolutely gross. I've ruined Toy Story for myself. Then I'm going to put Little in the middle. Little in the middle. Like the middle aisle.
There we go.
Because it's dear to me, because I've done that one for a long time now.
Yeah.
And I still really love the reaction I get. But Gerald, I think, is my new favourite because of, like, it's one I can actually sing still. And it's, like I said, it's my only family-friendly one. So, like, I've done that 3 times now. I did that one at Basildon Pride, and it went down great there. But I did it at Dragonfly Lounge a little while ago. And because the traffic was awful, and I was, like, thirst on, I didn't inflate the balloon that's in Gerald's head. And I was like, Gerald will be fine. He'll make do. And then, like, just had to sort of, like, I was, like, awkwardly, like, limboing forward throughout the routine because he's just going fucking mental. But yeah.
Oh, God.
And I've now in my new flat, I've got a little, like, drag cupboard, and Gerald is just right at the top, just staring at me every time I open it. It's really funny.
With both, like, red eyes, just...
Yeah, he's a meth head, that Gerald. But I'm amazed he's still in one piece, to be honest.
It's amazing what you can do with some sticky back plastic.
It's just paper mache and despair is what's keeping him together. So.
I mean, that was the Blue Peter way.
Absolutely,
so there we go.
Posh people, they're like, oh, I'll just have my sourdough with my avocado and my poached egg. Like, oh, fuck off.
Oh, have you seen the videos of, like, sourdough starters as pets?
You what?
Yeah. It's like apparently the new millennial thing because, like, no millennials can have pets in, like, flats and that. So their pet is sourdough starter.
So, what, just like a loaf of sourdough?
No, so sourdough starter, before it becomes the bread, it's like this just gloopy, alive, like, thing.
Alive?
Yeah. People feed it. They have to, like, give it a whisk to, like, activate it. It looks weird.
Are you having me on?
No, I'll show you after. Honestly, God's honest truth, it is a thing.
So, well, how are they having it as a pet?
Because they have to, like, feed it. They have to, like, give it water. They have to, you know, look after it, give it a little mix and...
Are these people on medication?
Probably. I mean, who isn't these days?
Well,
so,
yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, something really big, camp. Or the other thing would be I also roller skate and a really cool, like, outfit that I could skate in, but it's also finding venues that I can skate in.
Yes, yeah.
I think doing it at a hot house would be slightly dangerous on a teeny tiny stage.
That would be next to impossible. As much as I would love to see you do Starlight Express, it would be.
Oh, that would be so good.
It would be next to impossible, unfortunately, at Hot House, unless you just.
I'd just like
constantly,
in a circle.
Yeah. Right, and on to our last audience question. And this one is from Ryan. Excuse me, I'm going to burp.
That's Ryan's
Excuse me.
surname. Just burp. Nice, good.
I'm so very sorry. Our next question comes from Scarlett. Why do you not wash your drag clothes?
Why do you not wash your tights, and why do you smell like a walking fungal infection, Scar? Why do you seem to copy Estella on everything you do in drag? Why do you, when you're trying to be funny, steal other people's jokes, memes, and roast content from a TV show? Why do you do drag? There's your answer, Scar.
I'm just going to sit here diplomatically.
You go hide in my jacket.
So the hot seat is a quick fire round. To the best of your ability,
Yep.
answer with the first thing that comes to mind. So I won't ask if you're ready, because you're probably not, but we'll just go straight
Never
into
ready.
it. No. What is your favourite word?
See, the questions haven't changed, so I've had some time to think about
There
things.
we go, see?
Magnanimous. Yeah, see, I'm a smart. Don't necessarily ask me what it means.
I love
it
the
sounds
collective
great.
ooh from the peanut gallery then.
Ooh.
That's probably the smartest answer that we've ever had on this. But to be fair, you're like one of the few people that have actually graduated university out of all the Hot House bunch, so can't say I'm surprised.
With a first.
Exactly,
Ooh,
yeah.
Smart.
Yeah. I know. Oh, we've actually got 4 university graduates in this room. Who would have thought?
Ooh.
Makes a change for once. Apart from it just being me, you know.
So I got offered a happy ending once. Have I told you about this?
No.
Oh my god. I went for a massage, and my friends say that it's my own fault for not realising the name. But yeah. Anyway, I booked a massage at a place I hadn't been before.
Okay.
That's not too far from where I live. And I was like, I lay down on the table, and the woman's like doing my back, and she's like being very complimentary of like my tattoos that are dog shit. So when she's being like, "Oh, these are beautiful," I'm like, "You're lying. Shut up."
Lying through your
She's like,
teeth.
"No, no,
love.
pretty." I'm like, "You don't need to do that.
Yeah.
It's fine." And then she like got on top of me while she was doing my back. And I was a bit like, okay, maybe that's just how she does this. And then I was very aware it felt like she was like grinding into my arse. And I was like, I'm going to think the best. Maybe she's that's just how she's putting pressure or whatever. And then like she was doing the rest of my body, and then she got back on top of me. And I was like, okay, I know this is like an hour session, but you're only 25 minutes in. Why are you back on top of me? And then she leant forward and went, "Do you want something special?" But the thing is, in my brain, because I'm being paranoid here.
Yeah.
I thought maybe she just wants to like upsell me some oils or something.
That would be me.
I'm still trying to think the best of this situation.
Yeah, that would be me.
Right? And so I just kind of went, "What? Sorry, what do you mean exactly?"
Sorry, what exactly?
And she went, "Do you want something special?" And I was like, "You're gonna have to be more like you have to explain it a bit further than that."
Glass of prosecco?
Yeah, but bearing in mind she's literally like this and like leaning into me, and I don't know why at this point I still haven't gone, what is happening? And then she just sort of like she was literally in my ear doing this, and then she kind of just sat up and giggled, and she was like, "You know what we do here?" And I was just like, "Absolutely not." But as well, can you imagine if I had said yes?
Yeah.
Like how surprising that would have been for her. Like part of me wanted to be like, "Yeah, go on, love, like try and find a penis down there." Like,
pulls down the boxes, it falls out.
yeah, right.
Falls
Go
on the
on.
floor.
Get down there, love. Go on, give her that happy.
That's how relaxed I am.
I just go, "Here you go, you can do it on your own."
Yeah, do with that. Have fun with that.
It's fucking weird. So
Yeah.
weird.
No, it's not that kind of happy ending.
You got to
thankfully.
ask Barbara. Barbara's been offered a happy ending.
That's going to be a Barbara Part 2 episode now.
You got to ask her about that.
Yep. Yeah, mine's capybaras, just because. What's yours for this episode?
Happy ending, right, here we go. Oh, what type of happy ending?
Uplifting,
Oh, sorry.
positive, or, you know.
Sorry.
Not the ones you're usually used
Oh,
to.
sorry about that. I was going to give you a right happy ending.
That's the OnlyFans exclusive.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
is this not OnlyFans?
No. YouTube.
Oh, I've had the wrong memo order.
I know, sorry. YouTube for now.
Do you know what? I thought it was odd when we hadn't got to removing our clothes yet. I thought it'd taken a
next.
while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's a long intro. I know they like to have these intros, but I was like, where's the funky music? And
I
where's-
always skip
where's-
them.
Yeah.
Just get to the good bit.
Oh, no, I like the acting. It's funny.
Same.
Happy ending. Just anything uplifting.
Yeah.
Can it be like a positive experience lately I've had, or
It can be a positive
a
experience.
positive thought for
just-
everyone?
Yeah. Whatever's on your mind right now that makes you happy.
I'm just going to give an inspirational quote for everyone. I'm going to do a serious bit for once.
Oh.
Whatever you want to do and put your mind to, you can achieve it, my darlings. I never thought I'd be doing this, and I never thought I'd be mentally well again, but I'm here, believe it or not. So you can do anything. And I mean that actually seriously. I'm not doing a bit right now. Do what you want to and live it.
Well, I didn't think we'd be ending the episode that way.
With
But,
me, yeah, being quite
I know,
inspirational.
there we go.
Well, I was going to say, but I thought it'd just be quite boring. Like, the other day I got 21 nuggets instead of 20 in my McDonald's
Work.
meal. And do you know what? I was so happy. It's made my year.
The HotCast is a Hot House Drag UK production. Hosted, produced and edited by Kenzie Blackheart. For more information, visit hothousedrag.co.uk or search for Hot House Drag UK on your chosen social media site. Thank you for listening.
Loved Corridor. Oh, Corridor. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Can't put that in.
You get her on a sofa and a camera and she just regresses. Call us now for a lovely time.
Insert awful poor music.
Yeah. Call us now. We're waiting for you. Yeah.
Well, I'm on Babe Station.
That was the vibe I was going for. So
Okay, so we have Kevin on the line from Colchester. Hi, Kevin. And also just coming through, we have Shelley from Skegness. Oh my god.
you're right, love.
Oh, Shelley, babe, you sound a bit naughty.
I'm so fucking naughty.
Oh, babe, Shelley, what are you up to?
I'm just violently flicking my bean.
Oh, Shelley, babe, you naughty girl.
I'm so naughty.
Oh, God.
Do you know how naughty I've been?
How naughty have you been, Shelley?
Before this, I've been shoplifting.
Oh, well, you are from Skegness, babe.
Exactly, it's a grand tradition.
Oh, babe, stop causing chaos in the Butlins. You're such a naughty girl.
I'm gonna have to go now as me clit's red raw.
Oh, my God, babe, get back to your bingo hosting.
Okay, I will.
Oh,
I hope the old folks don't mind me rubbing my bean right now.
Shelley, you naughty girl, I'm going to have to end it there.